Good evening, friends and visitors to Albania, and welcome back to the Ora News broadcast. It is now time for our English Flash News edition, and as usual, I'm Daniel Cook, your host, 6 days a week here at Ora News. In today's breaking news, Albania has once again triumphed in the World Weightlifting Championship. After Albania's big win in the men's category just a little while ago, Albania has once again won the gold medal in the women's category, thanks to the Albanian weightlifting athlete, Romela Begaj. The Albanian weightlifter was declared the champion after lifting an impressive 113 kilograms in her third round. Weightlifting is now confirmed as the sport which brings the most pride and the most titles to the Albanian nation. This is a historic success for Albania after the triumph earlier in the men's category. Begaj now has the honor of being the very first Albanian woman to win a gold medal in weightlifting. She deserves the gratitude and honor of all the Albanian people for this colossal achievement. After her victory, the Prime Minister of Albania, Edi Rama, and the head of the opposition, Lulzim Basha, both expressed their congratulations to her for her amazing success. The new commissioner of the European Council has released his first statement about our country of Albania. Here is what he had to say. Albania faces a lot of challenges before they can integrate with the European Union, and we are waiting to see some solid results from this country. His statements came during a joint press conference with our Foreign Minister, Ditmir Bushati. The European Commission stated that the relations between Albania and the European Union are indeed moving forward, but Albania must implement all the reforms requested by the European Union. The representative of the European Commission stated that in order to have the kind of solid results that the EU is looking for, it will be absolutely necessary to have political dialogue with the opposition. Every country needs political dialogue in order to implement reforms. These debates must occur in the Parliament, and they are very important, stated the European Commissioner. Furthermore, he emphasized that in the next 5 years, there will be no new members inducted into the European Union. He said that the countries of the region need to cooperate with each other first, before they can be joined to the Union of Greater Europe. On his part, the Albanian Foreign Minister expressed his determination to cooperate with the EU and his desire that his country will meet all the standards that are required for membership. The Economic Commission held their regular meeting today to discuss the new budget and the changes that it is going to bring to Albania. The Socialist Movement for Integration has accused the government of creating a budget that does not present a fair division of investments. During today's session of the Economic Commission, one of the deputies of the Socialist Movement for Integration made accusations against the Minister of Economic Development, saying that the new budget allocates funds only for investments in southern areas. On a different topic, the MPs of the Socialist Party made a request that the government monitor oil prices more closely. In response to this, the Minister of Economic Development gave the reply that their concern was not a fair one. He claimed that the opposition are the ones that are guilty of creating this current situation. Public investments in 2015 are slated to be nearly $800 million, but it seems that they will be used only to finish current projects and not to begin new ones. In other news, 3 significant explosions have occurred in just 12 hours here in Albania. Fortunately, there were no casualties in any of these explosive events. The first of these attacks happened at about 9:30 on Wednesday evening, when there was an explosion at the electricity distribution office. The second attack took place at the flour warehouse in the town of Kames. Then today, during the morning hours, a third explosion was heard in the area of Tapize. The police have said that in all of these explosions, the perpetrators used TNT. A connection could possibly exist between these attacks and the recent disappearance of a large amount of explosive material. 6 days ago, the prosecution of Kruja uncovered the scandalous disappearance of 12,000 packages of TNT from the military warehouse. It is suspected that these are the explosives that are being used for these recent attacks. The Albanian Interior Minister reacted to these incidents and guaranteed that the police will prevent a similar situation as last year from happening. Just about a year ago, Albania went through quite a series of explosive attacks, and a new attack was registered nearly every day. During the Law Commission, the Interior Minister added that the police are investigating these cases in order to apprehend the perpetrators. In other news, the former director of the Gambling Federation has been declared wanted by the police. He is accused of forging documents and abusing his office. The police have also issued arrest warrants for the former director of operations of the Gambling Federation. According to the TIMS system, these individuals have not left the country. So far, however, they have managed to avoid being caught. The prosecution has been investigating this case for some months after the accusations were issued by the Ministry of Finance. According to the ministry, these suspects have caused financial damage of 250 million lek to the state. The head of the Democratic Party, Lulzim Basha, is continuing with his tour of the Albanian cities and towns. This time, he met with the citizens of Vlora. The difficult economic situation, the high unemployment rate, and the expensive electrical bills were just some of the complaints of the people of Vlora. The citizens also expressed their willingness to join the protests of the opposition, to stand up for their rights in these difficult times. During his speech to the people of Vlora, the head of the Democratic Party laid the blame at the feet of the current government. He made the claim that after they won the elections, they promptly stopped caring about the people. These situations are the direct result of the increase of taxes, he said. After getting the votes they needed, the majority stopped caring about the people who voted for them, said the head of the opposition. During his visit to Vlora, Basha listened to the numerous complaints of the farming community there regarding the lack of assistance coming from the government of Albania. After a week of boycotting and protesting, it seems that the geology students of Tirana will be returning to their normal activities. However, they will be waiting for a new building to be provided for them since their old facility has been given to the Supreme Court by the government. The government has announced their intention to leave the building in the possession of the Supreme Court, despite the multiple protests organized by the students of geology and mining. The headmaster of the geology faculty decided to give up his demands after having a conversation with Prime Minister Edi Rama. Apparently, the solution is that a new facility is going to be built on the same property, behind the current building. The Supreme Court will take the current building, which has a surface area of 1,800 square meters. The students have said that they will wait for 4 months, and if they do not see these promises being carried out, then they will begin to protest once again. The Albanian Book Fair is well underway now, and it is meeting with success on its second day running. The fair has been privileged to receive a very high number of visitors who mostly turn out in the early hours of the morning. Encouragingly, it seems that the interest of young people in the book fair has increased significantly. It appears that many of them have at least temporarily left the world of internet aside and returned to the more simple pleasure of reading. Our reporters visited the event and questioned some of the folks that were in attendance. The general opinion of the people was that the book fair is a very important event. Some of the visitors have even had the opportunity to meet some of their favorite authors and to buy books that have been personally signed by them. However, the biggest attraction of the book fair are the low prices, which continue to draw more and more people out to browse the many books at the fair. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all the news for this evening. We thank you for joining us. We hope you'll watch again tomorrow at 6 p.m. for more Albanian news in English, right here on OR News. Thank you and good night.